1. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, if we really need to understand how this debate is going to work, we simply just have to think about how our relationship functions. Yes, our relationship is not 100-100, 50-50 all of the time. In fact, it's a range. It can be 80-20, 70-10, 90-10, whatever math you want to math, even 100-0. But in order for you to be able to have a chance at succeeding during those hard times, you need to be conditioned to be able to give at worst 50-50 and at best 100-100 in order to make up for the slack or shortfall of your partner. Let's read the motion, guys. The motion specifically talks about it being okay and nuancing it to the leash idea. Side government acts like the motion is this house would take care of their partner, or this house would reciprocate what you get from a relationship. A lot of what they say is unengaging to what we're saying and ultimately value neutral. We can concede to those instances because they only defend a narrow case in which it works. Let's do a scenario analysis to be able to arbitrate this debate. Number 1. Let's take a look at the only world wherein their case works. This is the very narrow chance of the dom and the sub are happy and Gucci and all fine with that. This is only 1 out of 4 of the possibilities, or the 25% in which their case works. Because even on our side, if you're completely fine with it and you say it's not okay, if you really want to do it, as what Hesaya said in his extension, then go do it, right? If you're completely okay with it. But what is the majority of outcomes? The 2 out of 4 scenarios, or 50%? The dom is not okay with it, or the sub is not okay with it. Meaning one partner all good, other partner doesn't want. That's harmful because precisely of the way it's framed as a leash, it makes it so difficult to have to transition. The case that we get from Gov is outcome dependent on that transition being all good and fine, but if you check your notes and listen, they just asserted this characterization and never told us how exactly you're going to be able to do that. That was the response to my POI. Lastly, this is super important. The 1 out of 4 scenarios, or 25%, wherein they both don't like it. It becomes so difficult to have to switch and be able to opt out of it precisely because of the power asymmetry and dynamic that you entrench the relationship into. Meaning, they've been so fucking conditioned that one person is the dominant one, the other person is the submissive one, and at any point wherein there is a power dynamic or shift, it becomes so hard to do that. We told you to that throughout our speeches, and there are 3 metrics in order to judge this debate to make your life easier, why the ballot clearly goes to side opposition. A, in terms of burden fulfillment and nuance to the motion. As they say in debate, the spirit of the motion, we just fulfilled it more. To vibe check this, read the motion again, look at what they told you. Second thing is in terms of depth of argumentation and evolution of case line. We were able to explain to you how we win on both frames. The frame we built to you coming from my speech, and the frame which is rather narrow wherein they operated in this debate. We win on both. We genuinely co-op what they're telling you. Third and most importantly, the degree of responsiveness, either through POI or direct engagement. We're able to take them at their best and tell you why they're structurally wrong. But if you take a look consistently throughout their speeches, there's a lack of engagement on our frame coming from my speech, and that affects the quality of the debate. So for all of these reasons, if you want people to truly be in love and be happy, the motion should fall and we remove the leash and be happy. Thank you.